Hello and welcome to the Sibatec Logbook User Guide. This logbook is designed to record the driver's work period. We will now go over the functionalities of the logbook. Step 1. Press the truck icon, which should be located on your front page. This will bring up the Transport Management Application menu, which has 5 buttons. Step 2. Press on Start New Logbook Form, which is the first button on the left. The logbook page will appear. The top left-hand corner has the Cancel button to return to the main menu if you hit the wrong button on the menu. Also on the top line are 2 orange circles. The first has an M in the center and when pressed will bring up the complete user manual for referencing. And the second orange circle has an I in the center. When this is pressed, it will show you the requirements of a logbook from the NZTA website. Step 3. Now to get started, press the Start button. A box will appear asking you if the name listed is yours. Press Yes if it is, or No if it shows someone else's name. It is an offence to use a logbook in someone else's name. Once Yes is pressed, another box will appear, asking if this is the start of an accumulative work period. Regular driver, press No. If you have not gone directly into your normal driving job, you must press Yes and fill in the date, time and hours done since your last 24-hour rest period. We will quickly go over this Press Yes. A box headed Previous Work will appear. Touch Start Date box and use the Date box to fill out the day, date and year sections. Press Done once the correct date has been entered. Next, press the Start Time box and enter the time and press Done. Next, press End Date box. This should be the current date, so hit Done and then press the End Time, which should be the time you start your driving duties. The next box is Nature of Work, that is the work you have done since your last 24-hour break. For example, warehouse or forklift duties. Finally, enter the hours and minutes worked since your 24-hour break period and press Done. Remember, this is only used for casual drivers. You are now at the same position on the logbook as a regular driver would be if he had hit No instead of Yes at that second box at the start. For regular driver, when you press the No button, a box will appear stating, "Is this your current location?" Press Yes or No. If that is not the correct address shown or the GPS has not found an address, type in the correct address and press Done. A box will appear headed Add Remarks. This can be used to add any comments related to this logbook record or just press Save. The time, address and any remarks made will now be shown in blue. You have now started work and are in a non-drive period. The next action from here will be either to start driving or go to a rest break. If driving is the option selected, press the red Drive button and the current location box will appear. Either press Yes for accepting that address or No and enter the correct address. Also, there is an Exit button on the bottom left corner that can be pressed if you hit the Drive button by mistake, and this will take you out of this section. Once the address has been confirmed or changed, a box will appear with Vehicle Registration Number and Hubometer reading. Enter the registration of truck and then the Hubometer reading number. Press the Done button. All the entered information will appear on the logbook in red. If you're coming from a non-driving period to a rest period, you press the green Start Rest button. A box will appear saying this rest period must be no less than 30 minutes in duration. Do you want to continue? If you press No, you come out of this action, or if you press Yes, the current location box again will appear, complete as per previous instructions. The Hubometer reading box will then appear. Enter the reading and press Done. You are now in a rest period. This will be recorded in green on logbook page. If you come out of a non-driving duties or rest to drive before you have done the required 30 minutes break, a box will appear stating you have not completed your 30-minute rest period Do you wish to continue? If you press yes, complete as per previous instructions. A note will be made on the logbook of the time and that you have not completed the required 30-minute rest period. Also, that time spent on a rest period will now be classed as work time, and another rest period must be taken before your maximum 5.5 hours continuous work period is up. If the No button is pressed, the rest period will continue. The next action we will go through is coming out of a driving period to either a non-driving period or going to a rest break. Going to a non-driving duties, press the blue Stop Driving button. The current location box will appear. Take the appropriate action. The harbometer reading box will then appear. Enter the reading and press Done. The action will be recorded in blue on Logbook page. If at any time you want to make a note on the logbook records, for example, held up by an accident, or you have a special NZTA exemption number to extend hours, this can be entered by pressing the yellow Add Remarks button at the bottom of the logbook. Type in the necessary details and press Save or press Cancel if you want to close the box. This will appear in black on the logbook page. Remember that whatever period you are in, that coloured button turns to a light shaded grey colour. Once you have completed any of your duties and are ready to close off the logbook, press the Finish button. A box will appear asking, "Are you sure?" as this will close off this logbook. Press Yes if you have completed your duties for this logbook, or No to continue working on this logbook. When you press Yes, this logbook will now be recorded and can be viewed in the previous logbook records section. A quick refresher. Black button is the start and finish. Red button is the driving. Green button is the rest period, and blue button is for non-driving duties. The yellow Previous Logbook Records button at the bottom right-hand corner is for the police to press if they want to see previous records at a roadside inspection. Remember, if you have any problems with the logbook, phone 0800 22 9944.